This is Pokling 888, Telemetrading daily market research and data analysis. Here are the top 10 most active companies in the Philippine Stock Exchange in terms of volume. Solar Philippines Nueva Ecija traded 212.71 million at a price of 1.61 per share. Next, the Apex Mining with 26.95 million at a price of 1.8, followed by the AC Energy Philippines with 20.67 million at a price of 9 pesos and 5 cents. Next, the Emperador with 17.27 million at a price of 19 pesos and 2 cents. Next, the Metro Pacific Investment with 15.30 million at a price of 3.88. Next, the Keepers Holdings with 15.45 million at the price of 1 peso and 39 cents per share. Also, the Monde Nissan traded 14.15 million at a price of 16 pesos and 58 cents. Followed by the Alliance Global with a price of 12 pesos and 8 cents and traded 9.59 million. Also, the Mega World at a price of 3.18 and traded 7.05 million. And the Nickel Asia, which traded 7.28 million at a price of 5.83 per share. And the notable gainer was the Solar Philippines Nueva Ecija with 0.63% at a price of 1 peso and 61 cents. And here are the top losers companies, led by the all-day marts with 4.84% losses. Next, the Keepers Holdings with 4.14%, the Philinvest REIT with 1.95% losses, the MREIT with 1.56% losses, the RL Commercial with 1.16%, the Monde Nissan with 0.72% losses, and the DDMP REIT with 0.55% losses. And here are the updates on Forex. For US dollars, the dollar index traded firmly above 95.5, while the offshore yuan traded firmly past 6.36 per US dollar. And the British pound held at 1.36 US dollars. The Australian dollar hovered below 0.721 US dollar. The Japanese yen jumped to around 114.3 per dollar. The New Zealand dollar slipped further below 0.68 US dollar, and the euro changed hands at 1.13 US dollars. And for commodities updates, for gold price, the gold weakened to around 1,810 US dollars an ounce, while the crude futures extended gains above 86 US dollars per barrel. The Brent crude futures extended gains above 88 US dollars per barrel. The gasoline climbed above 2.4 US dollars per gallon, and the natural gas traded around 4.3 US dollars per million British thermal units. And for stock market updates, in US, the US stock futures slipped further on Wednesday after Wall Street sold off sharply in the previous session, driven by surging bond yields and earnings misses. Dow futures fell 0.3%, while S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 futures dropped 0.4% and 0.7% respectively. The tech-heavy NASDAQ led the declines in regular trading on Tuesday after falling 2.6% to its lowest level since October, followed by the S&P 500 with 1.84% and the Dow with 1.51% losses. Meanwhile, Goldman Sachs slumped 6.97% following a disappointing quarterly report dragging the wider financial sector lower. Elsewhere, Activision Blizzard soared 25.88% after Microsoft said it will buy the game developer in a $68.7 billion deal. In New Zealand, the S&P or NZX 50 tumbled 202 points or 1.58% to finish at 12,612, its lowest close since July 30th, 2021. Recon Limited slumped to 8.59%. Scott Technology Limited erased 5.23%, and Wellington Drive Technologies Limited sank 5%. While in Australia, the S&P or ASX 200 index fell 1.03% to close at 7,333 on Wednesday, as Australian stocks tracked overnight losses on Wall Street, with high-growth technology firms leading the declines. Notable decliners among tech names include Afterpay, 2.18%, WiseTech Global with 3.81%, Megaport Ltd with 16.15%, Zero Ltd with 2.36%, and Carsales.com with 2.71% losses. Australian miners also dropped as copper and gold prices weakened, with losses from Fortescue Metals 1.49%, and Northern Star Resources with 3.63%. Elsewhere, healthcare, manufacturing, and financial firms likewise suffered steep losses. In the United Kingdom, the FTSE 100 paired early losses at the open to trade, little changed around the 7,560 level on Wednesday. While in Italy, the FTSE MIB index extended last session's losses to fall 0.3% and hover around the 27,400 level on Wednesday. While in China, the Shanghai Composite fell 0.33% to close at 3,558, while the Shenzhen Component lost 1.28% to 14,207 on Wednesday. High growth biotech, new energy, and high-end manufacturing firms led the declines, with notable losses from Andon Health with 5.27%, Wuxi Aptech with 4.92%, Contemporary Amper with 2.86%, BYD Company with 4.93%, and Eve Energy with 7.81%, among others. Meanwhile, technology, industrial, and commodity-linked stocks mostly advanced. In Japan, the Nikkei 225 index fell 2.8% to close at 27,467, while the broader topics index dropped 2.97% to 1,920 on Wednesday, with both indices closing at their lowest levels in nearly 5 months, as Japanese stocks tracked a tech-led overnight sell-off on Wall Street. All sectors of the market declined, with notable losses from Lasertech, 7.13%, Tokyo Electron, 6.06%, Nippon Yusen, 9.34%, Murata Manufacturing, 5.92%, and Nippon Paint with 7.29%. Meanwhile, Toyota fell 4.97% after the company said it no longer expects to meet its annual production target due to a global chip crunch, while Sony sank 12.79% after gaming rival Microsoft said it will buy developer Activision Blizzard in a $68.7 billion deal. In South Africa, the FTSE or JSE All Share Index was up 0.6% to around 75,410, lifted by commodity-linked stocks. While in France, the CAC 40 index was 0.4% higher to hover around 7,160 as shares from the luxury goods sector carry the index to outperform its European counterparts. Strong corporate results by Richmond in Switzerland and Burberry in the UK lifted consumer discretionary goods in Paris by 1.9%, driven by gains from LVMH with 3.1%, Kering with 3.2%, and Hermes with 2.4%. At the same time, Safran rose 2.2% after JP Morgan raised its recommendation from underweight to neutral. On the other hand, Valneva shares traded 12.3% lower after the European Medicines Agency stated it still needed more data to assess the biotech's COVID vaccine. And in Europe, European shares fell on Wednesday, joining a global sell-off as bond yields rose amid concerns over rising inflation and prospects of tighter monetary policy this year. Here is a trivia. Microsoft to buy Activision for 68.7 billion US dollars. ATVI share soar. After the Wall Street Journal reported that Microsoft is close to a deal to buy Activision Blizzard, shares of Activision Blizzard Incorporated, ATVI, jumped about 37% in pre-market trade Tuesday. Gaming stocks have risen on the announcement, while Microsoft's stock has declined marginally. Microsoft stock is currently trading at 303 US dollars, down 2% as of 8:18 a.m. ATVI stocks were trading at 90 US dollars, gained 24.61 US dollars or 37.64% from their previous close, with 13,485,723 traded shares in 24 hours. It has a market valuation of 50.93 US dollars or 50.93 billion US dollars. The stock closed at 65.39 US dollars on Friday. To bring the joy and community of gaming to everyone across every device, Microsoft will acquire Activision Blizzard. Microsoft will acquire ATVI in all cash transaction worth 68.7 billion US dollars for 95 US dollars per share. And this is Emmy from Philippines reporting. Thank you so much.